Please like the video and subscribe my channel to get updates. Also press bell icon to receive notifications of new uploads. And welcome to Mech and Mess. In today's video, we are going through a topic, very important topic as far as drawing is concerned, theory of development of solid surfaces. So we will be discussing this topic on these 4 points. Number 1, introduction. Then we will be talking about principle of development, parallel line method and radial line method, maybe in the next video or so. So first one is the introduction. What is basically the development of solid surfaces? When we talk about development, generally we are talking about the development of the lateral surfaces of a solid. Say for example, if you remembered, various types of solids were there. We talked about prisms, we talked about pyramids, cones and others also. For more details you can go through that video also. I will provide the description of link of that video in the description section. So lateral surfaces means surfaces which are joining lower base to the upper face. So these are the lateral surfaces that we have already discussed in that video. So for prisms, these lateral surfaces are rectangles. For pyramids, these lateral surfaces are generally isosceles triangles. So why generally we don't develop the top face and lower base? Because they are regular figures. In most of the cases, regular or uniform figures are there, means equal sides, equal angles. So need not to be developed, because if we know the length of the side, we can easily draw the top face or base. When we talk about the lateral surfaces, we talk about the cutting planes also. Simple lateral surfaces can be easily drawn, rectangles or isosceles triangles with the given data. But when some planes cut those surfaces, then what type of development will be there? So basically, what is development? Development is something like opening a solid from the surfaces. Say for example, this is a hexagonal prism. If I cut this solid from here, from this line AA, and open it out like this, so it will be opened 6 times and a rectangle will be formed here if we ignore the cutting planes. So this complete rectangle is the development of surface of this solid without considering any cutting planes. The best example is stitching of the shirts by the tailor. He cuts pieces of the clothes, and then after stitching we are getting the proper shape. So development has applications in many areas, like making of chimneys or boilers or reflectors for solar panels and many more. So what type of sheet metal, what shape of the sheet metal is required for making that product, that we can find out with the use of development here, right? So it is opening of the surface of the solid and laying it down on a flat surface. Let us consider, when I talked about that, if I cut it and open it like that, so I am putting this surface on a flat surface so that true shape of the surface will be visible to us. So the principle of development says that each and every line in the development must be a true length. Always remember, each and every line in the development must be a true length. Why we are saying that? Because here if you see, these faces are visible like rectangles, but this is not the true shape of this face. The true shape is this one. Because of this inclination or tilt with the VP, these faces are appearing to be less in width compared to this one. So when we develop any solid, the true shapes or true lines are visible here, true lengths are visible here always, and this is the principle of development. Now there are few methods for development. Number 1, parallel line method, second, radial line method, and sectorial method for spheres also. But we will not talk about sphere sectorial method or zone method for spheres, because for our syllabus these two are important ones. So let us start with the parallel line method. Parallel line method is used for prisms and cylinders, means for those solids which are having front view as rectangle. So when we talk about prisms, the front view is always a rectangle. When we talk about cylinder, again rectangles are formed there. In case of cones and pyramids, we go through the radial line method, for which the front view is a triangle. So let us first talk about the parallel line method. So here we have taken one example. Here is a hexagonal prism which has been cut by two cutting planes like this. The data may be there in problem that what is the angle of the first plane and from where on the axis it is passing, or this second plane. Why I have taken this plane also? Because I want to have one case where the cutting plane must cut upper face or lower base. Here it is cutting only the lateral edges. So let us consider here is a prism which has been cut by two cutting planes like this. First cutting plane VT1, second cutting plane VT2. The cut points from VT1 are 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash and 4 dash, while the cut points by VT2 are X dash, Y dash and Z dash. So what is the methodology? The method is like that. After drawing the front view and top view of the prism, at some suitable distance from this diagram, say for example at this point I have taken point A, means what I am assuming, I am cutting this solid from lateral line AA. So I have started from A, right? So this is A. You can take this distance arbitrarily. It is depending on you. Then draw a line parallel to the XY line from the top of the prism, means from the height of the prism. So these two lines are parallel, so that we are getting this line, right? Join A to A here, means draw a perpendicular on XY line so that AA is there. Now take distance from the top view, that is length of the side of the prism, A to B or B to C, whatever, any one of them, means length of the side you have to take, length of the base, and cut on this XY line, so that from A to B you will cut, from B to C, C to D, E and so on. So whatever the number of the sides in the base, you have to cut so many of that, so many times here. First line and last line will be the same because we have cut from A to A. So when we open it, AA will be there and this point will also be AA last. So this is A to A, then this is B to B, C to C, D to D, E, F and A to A. When we see this rectangle from AA, this rectangle is the development of the complete surface of the prism without considering any cutting plane. Now we will be talking about the cutting planes. Let us take this cutting plane initially. So here we are having 1, 2, 3 and 4. What you have to do, you have to draw parallel lines from all these cutting points parallel to XY line, and these parallel lines will cut the vertical lines, respective vertical lines of the cutting point. Say for example 1 dash. So 1 dash is cutting AA. So the line from 1 dash will cut vertical line from AA, this and this. So in this manner you can draw a parallel line parallel to XY so that it cuts here, and this is point 1. Another point will be obtained here. Similarly 2 dash. Now 2 dash is cutting BB and FF. So this will be dropped on lines of B to B and F to F. So parallel line from here parallel to XY line. So this is 2. This is also 2. Then 3 dash, it is cutting C and E. So drop them on CE. This is 3. This is 3. And then D, it is cutting D to D. And then 4, it is cutting D. So it will be dropped on D here. So this will be 4. Join them with the straight lines. So 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. So if there would be only one cutting plane, say this one, then whatever the part you are being asked in the problem, that upper part you have to draw in development or the lower part, that part must be darkened. Say for example, here they asked that the lower part should be darkened, so dark this lower part only. This is called line of intersection of the development. So this will be darkened if they would have asked the lower part. All these lines will also be darkened. So in this manner, this is the development of the lower part of this prism. If they would have asked upper part, so rather than darkening these ones, these upper lines will be darkened. Right? Now let us come to the second plane. Now this plane is giving you 3 points, x dash, y dash and z dash. When we talk about x dash, it is cutting A to A. It can be easily drawn by drawing the parallel lines. So this will be x, this will also be x. Then y dash, so B and F. So this will be y. What about this z dash? Because if you draw parallel line here, it will be overlapping on this line and it will not cut anywhere, means no vertical line is to cut there. So what you do, you draw this line vertically downwards in the top view first and identify the cutting points. So this is ZZ. Now you can mark this position of the Z taking distances from here. So this Z is between B and C at a distance this much. So you can take either BZ from here or you can take CZ towards B from here. So let us take CZ towards B. So this is B, so CZ somewhere around here, Z point will be there. Right? Similarly, this Z is between E and F. So you can take E to Z from here towards F and take distance from here EZ and cut here. So this is E to F, this is Z, and draw vertical lines from this Z point also. So this will be Z, this will be Z. So when you will drop Z from here, it will touch this point Z, means here, and then darken this line up to another Z. So in this manner, this is X to Y, Y to Z, this is Y to Z and X to Y. So for the cases when top face or bottom face is cut, that time you have to remember, initially first drop them in the top view, take these distances and draw two lines so as to get this portion of the line in the development. Whatever the condition, if lower part is to be darkened, darken that part. If they would have said that develop the middle part between the two cutting planes, then only this part will be darkened, the middle part. Like this. And so on. This one. Right? This line and this line also. So in this manner you can draw the development of prisms. So let us have one example of cylinder where a cylinder is cut by a cutting plane like this. What you need to do in case of cylinder, you need to do initially draw the 1 1 at some arbitrary distance, then take length equal to 2 pi r, where r is the radius of the circle, that is radius of the base of the cylinder. So you have to take 2 pi r distance there. Divide this circle into 8 or 12 equal parts. For better results, you may go through 12 parts. I have taken here only 8 just for the sake of simplicity, right? So you can take 12 or 8 equal parts here. Whatever the number of parts you have taken here, you have to divide this distance 2 pi r into those number of equal parts. So if I have taken 8 here, 8 part must be there. So this is 1 2 3 up to 1. So now this rectangle is showing development of the complete cylinder without considering the cutting plane. I have cut this cylinder from 1 1 and opened it out. So this will be the rectangle and this is the development of complete cylinder. Now let us consider the cutting plane. So the cutting plane is cutting at 5 points on the lines which are being there using these divisions. So 1 to 1, 5 to 5, then this is 2 to 8, 3, 7 and so on. So these are the lines which are being cut. So again you have to do as we have done in the prisms, drop these points parallelly on the respective lines. So 1 1, so this will be 1, this will be A actually, this is A, this is A, this point is A dash. Now B dash, it is cutting 2 and 8, so drop it on 2 and 8. So this is B, this is B. Then 3 7 will be cut by C. So this is 3, this is C. On 7 also it will be 3. Then D on 4 and 6, so this will be point D, this will be point D this side, and the last point on 5, so this will be here, and this is point E. In case of cylinders, you have to join all these points with a smooth curve. So it will be joined like that. And whatever the part is to be darkened, that will be provided in the question. If lower part is there, then darken the lower part only, like this. If upper part is asked, then darken this portion only. Okay? Remember, in case of cylinder, you should not darken these lines because they are not available in the solid itself. In case of prisms, these lines are there. They are the lateral lines of the prism. Here we have provided these lines by dividing this circle into some number of equal parts. So these lines are actually not here. So they should not be darkened. Only this line and this line to be darkened apart from the line of intersection. Or for lower part, only this line and this line to be darkened apart from this line of intersection. So in this manner you can develop any prism or cylinder using parallel line method. Thanks for watching this video. Please like and subscribe my video if you liked it. Thank you.